what's up there, YouTube? So today I was going to show you guys, it's been a while. So I apologize for taking a while, but I wanted to go through some of the stuff that I've been up to and what I've been doing. So I wanted you guys to know that I'm fine. Everything's great. I had an operation. My health issues are gone. I got cleared up. I got everything fixed. I actually had to have this really cool hydration, aqua ablation thing or something for my prostate. Anyway, it's an opera. They were surprised that I was as young as I am, and I joked with the nurse and stuff. It was like a 1 day thing. I was in and out, no big deal. But I wanted to not. I didn't want to sit here and constantly talk about my operation and stuff like my health. So I want to talk about the things I've been doing since since uh, having this close call with my health. It made me reconsider the things that are important to me. And it's not really important, but I want to take advantage of my life and take advantage of the things that I do on a daily basis instead of sleeping half the day or wasting time. I don't waste any time. I waste a lot less time now than I did since the operation. So since my operation like a month ago, I've done a ton of stuff. So I got a new guitar, my Ricky over there in the corner. It's this 360. It's this Rickenbacker 360 12 string, walnut. I picked that up. I also redid my things and put the lights behind there. I readjusted this and fixed the paint. I had issues where I had a TV mounted here before, and I had like holes in the wall. There was holes up there and stuff. So I fixed all the holes in the wall and realized that this paint is different than that paint. These are actually two different colors, and I notice it now that I pointed it out, but without the lights on, they look the same. So I was just thinking they were the same. But anyway, so I'm going to lock myself back in. So I bought the Ricky. I love that thing. I also got some studio monitors. You know about those. I bought the Rickenbacker used. Rickenbacker, whatever. I'm going to show you some other stuff. So I did some stuff in the bathroom. I've been very, very, very busy. We're gonna go over this. So I added a lighted mirror in the bathroom. Look at that. Bam. I updated my shower. I got rid of my shower doors and put these awesome glass sliding doors in. I upgraded my bathroom. That's the sign of the squeegee thing down the side of the glass, squeegee in the water. So the only thing I'm noticing with this is I see little spots, water spots on it more. So I need a squeegee to squeegee it out after I get done. So I did this. I got rid of the light fixture and the old mirror and put in a lighted mirror. I mean, the list of things goes on and on that I've been doing. So it's almost comical. So I got this robot vacuum, and this thing is awesome. This robot vacuum, it's a Ticom or something like that. I got it from Amazon. It's a Ticom. It's got Leica or whatever that thing is. Not Leica. The laser. It does like the laser thing. It maps the whole room. It mapped the whole house first, and then I can tell it to go say clean the bedroom, and it'll go over to the bedroom and clean just the bedroom, or just the kitchen, or just the dining room, or just the living room, whatever. I can have it do that. That thing's awesome, and it mops and sweeps and vacuums and everything. And this is a big house. Well, it's not really a big house. It's a small house. But I don't want to come in here. It's all tile. Everything's tile. And I've got a cat. My cat comes in at nighttime, and I was having to sweep up, a couple times a week and sweep cat hair and sweep up and then mop and all that stuff. And this just makes it a lot more convenient not to have to do that. So out to the garage. So I replaced this water faucet. So I replaced this water faucet. See that little short one? I replaced that. It was completely rusted out. I moved my bench down to make room to put my motorcycle there. I was like, why why is my bench, this bench was like over where those two outlets are. It was over that way. It was blocking the panel. And I had this little seat right here over there. So what I did was I moved this down that way so I could fit my motorcycle right there and still have room to pull my car in, because my kayak, I've got this cool cart and stuff for my kayak. I took the kayak off the wall and I put shelving up there to support, heavy things, my paint and all my lawn tools and stuff. And then I got this metal cart, and I'm going to show you guys this metal cart because it's pretty dang impressive. Let me roll this thing out. Let you see what this is like. This thing is awesome. So I basically just pull my kayak out. Watch this. And now, oh, that reminds me, I gotta get another screw for this. This screw came off when I was doing this. So check it out. I can just roll my kayak and I can work on it right here. And I got a trailer for it. So I also got a trailer for my kayak. And now I can just spin it around and just slide it right on the back of the trailer from there. And let me show you some things. So it just rolls around really easy. So basically, this cart, I think it was like $140. I looked up, I was going to build one, but this was just as easy just to buy this and have it shipped out. It came with nice big wheels. It rolls really smooth. Look, one hand just rolls right across the floor. Look. And I put this this measuring foam stuff right here. So I put a ruler on here. So I can go from my seat to right here is 24 inches. And anything past that, like a redfish, I can just go from my seat to there, and I'll know that it's 24 inches or more, 27 inches, something like that for a redfish. So, or whatever fish I'm fishing for, I can go, okay, right here is 16 inches. Right there past the cup is 16 inches. I got this cup on here. I usually slide it down to where I can reach it. So I can go from here to here, 16. So I know it's, like a flounder. That's a good size for a flounder. So I can, catch a flounder and measure it right here and just put it right to there. And I don't have to do stuff. So, and then here's my little drawers. I built this and put these little drawers under here, and they latch. So when I'm fishing, I can just roll this stuff. Oh, what is that? Did that thing leak? Oh no, it's got water in it. I got to dry the water out. I sprayed it out with that on top. I was like, what the heck is that? Anyway, so my fish grip's still sitting on here. But I can take this kayak now. I can take it with everything attached just like it is. Just roll it right on the trailer that I bought and just take it right like it is. I just put a little tag here, let this hang off the back so people see it better. And then I just slide it right on the back of the trailer, strap it down, and I'm gone to the races. Well, I'm not going to the races, but I'm gone to the ocean to go fishing. Anyway, so that's a cool thing I did. Let's go out here. I'm going to show you some other stuff that I did real quick. I've been doing stuff like constantly. I've been constantly doing things. Obviously, look, I put shelves up. I built this. Let's go around back here real quick. I'm gonna walk you around back. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else in the house that I did. No, that's still the same. Everything else is still the same this way. I haven't changed anything in here. Now out back I did. So I bought these two. Oh, I gotta tell you about the pool. So my swimming pool is a saltwater pool, and I'll tell you. So this is a funny story. I'll try and make it quick. So the guy I bought my house from, he told me it was a saltwater pool and that it didn't require much maintenance. It's pretty easy. But I asked him, do you use Pinch a Penny pool company or any pool company to come out and check it? And he said, no. He said, there's a Pinch a Penny right up the road. He said, I scoop the water and take it there like once a month or so and have it checked, and they'll tell me if I need to add chemicals or something. And I thought, well, that's kind of strange because it's a saltwater pool. I did a little bit of research, and saltwater pools, shouldn't have to add any chemicals to, other than salt, like once in a great while. You have to add salt if it gets low on salt, like a lot of rain. So I thought, well, whatever, okay. So I buy the house, I move in, I start, checking the pool and doing this same kind of thing. And I ended up just hiring Pinch a Penny to come out and, do the chemicals for me because I was lazy. Anyway, I just honest. So Pinch a Penny was coming out, and I'd get a little email from them, and every you know week or month or whatever, I'd get an email saying came out, tested the water, scrubbed the pool, added chemicals every single time. So I came out here and talked to the guy, the pool guy, when he came out one day, and I said, "What's going on? I noticed that you constantly having to add chemicals. This thing's a saltwater pool. Why is it? Why are you adding chemicals?" And he said that your salt cell isn't working. So I'm going to show you guys real quick. This is the salt cell right here. So this is the salt cell. It goes to this computer right here. It goes to this computer. Now this computer is plugged in, and it has power, has little things in a digital readout right here, and you can set the amount of salt that you want right here, depending on how much chlorine you need. Like in the wintertime, you don't need as much. Summertime, you need a little bit more because in the summertime, the sun dissipates the chlorine. So it gets rid of the chlorine just from the sun, but it doesn't get rid of the salt. So the salt, once you put it in the pool, it stays in the pool. Basically, it'll stay in the pool. So this is my trailer. I had to do a bunch of stuff on my trailer. This is my trailer right here, for my kayak. I just got the tag. I put new lights and everything on it. Anyway, so regardless, he said the salt cell was bad. And I said, well, how do we know it's bad? He said, well, how old is it? I said, I don't know. I bought the house like 2 years ago. This is like 2 years after he'd been coming out. And I said, I got it like 2 years ago. And I don't know when he said, well, they last 3 to 7 years. So it's probably just a bad cell. So I bought a new cell, and it was like $400, $380 or something for a cell. So I bought a cell, plugged it in. It just plugs in. And same thing. He comes out the next week or whatever, added chemicals. And I'm like, I came out here finally. I came out another time and talked to him, and I said, you keep adding chemicals. I changed the salt cell. He goes, well, it's still not working apparently because it's still low on chlorine. Now he didn't say anything like, oh, you're going to have to add salt, or I will add salt, or nothing. He didn't say anything about any of that stuff. So long story short, I just kept adding chemicals myself. I kept them going, and then I would just add chemicals, and I'd add the little chlorine tablets to the pool, and I'd add shock to the pool in the springtime. And I just kept treating it like a chlorine pool, like a regular pool, even though I paid for this salt cell. So this year I was like, that's it. I'm opening the pool. I want this thing to work. I don't know why I paid for this salt cell if it's the cell, if it's not working. It's annoying to me that I'm having to add chemicals to this thing. So this year I go online and I check. I'm like, okay, how to open a chlorine pool. And it said, you have to add, to start up a chlorine pool, you have to add 6 to 8 bags of salt, 40-pound bags of salt. I was like, what? So I have to add all this salt? So it's not working because it's out of salt. And it's been years. It's been like 6 years since I bought the house. And I've never added salt to the pool. So I go out and I buy like 6 or 8 bags of salt, and I add it to the pool, and I go and check the computer on the side, the box I showed you, and the little digital readout started like acting funny. And I thought, well, it's acting up maybe because it was out of salt. So I'm checking the little readout, and it didn't say generating, it said power, but then it was flashing. And then it didn't say low salt or high salt or anything like that. It was just acting funny. So I was like, it's got to be the computer now. So the computer, the little readout wasn't reading right. I said, great. So the computer part's broke. So let me go on eBay and look and get a computer. Another $400, $800, whatever. So for a new computer, it's like $880, $900. So I go on eBay and I was like, well, let me see if I can find a used one or something. So I found one that was used for like $480, and I added it to my cart. I was going to buy it. And I thought, well, before I do that, I'm an electrician. let me open it up and see if maybe there's a fuse in there that's not working or something that I can see and fix. So I open up the box, I go out there, I open it up, I turn the power off, obviously, open it up, and there's a black round disc capacitor thing. It's like a round disc, and it's got 2 wires on it, and it's all burnt. It's cracked and burnt, and it's burnt on the board. And I thought, there's the problem. That thing is burnt out. So I took a picture of it, and I went to Amazon and searched for it, and it came up as some farad capacitor for pool. It said something about pool capacitor, and it was $6 for 2 of them. So I was like, what can it hurt? I ordered them. They came the very next day. I took the board apart, soldered the new one, unsoldered that, soldered the new one on, put it back in, works perfect. It came up and told me that I was high on salt, so I had to add some water. So I added water to the thing, and then it started generating chlorine, and literally for the past 3 weeks, I haven't had to mess with the pool, and it's been absolutely perfectly clear. I mean, look at it. It looks fantastic. It looks like a brand new clear. Look how clear the pool is. I mean, it is completely spotless. That's the old chlorine thing. There's nothing in it. I need to take that out. But the water is clear. I haven't been cleaning. I haven't been doing anything to it. It's just been working perfect. I've been extremely satisfied with this thing. So that was awesome. So that was one thing. And then out here, my gazebo messed up. Also, I replaced a bunch of these screens. So I replaced like 4 or 5 of these screens across here. I also moved my camera to the corner over there. So my camera out back was up there. So if you look, I had a security camera up there in the eave, way up there. It was pointed down and it was hitting just this gazebo thing. So I've got this gazebo behind me, and my old one tore up, so I bought a new one, and I just put a new one back up. But the cushions on all my stuff is crapped out, so I had a trampoline out here. I had a trampoline and a swing set, and they were all rusting out, and the springs were rusting out, so I cut them up. I took all those out. I came through here and caulked and filled out all the cracks in this porch deck thing out here. So I got a new table coming for this grill. There's my Ninja. And I got my Ninja grill out here, but I'm getting rid of this table because I don't need this big, huge table. I put lights all in here, and I've got them on a Wi-Fi switch. It won't do it, but here's the rear patio lights. There's a Wi-Fi switch right here with a dimmer, and I put all these in. See all these lights in here? And I also came off of the outlet up top. I put an outlet up there, and I ran them all down the front. All down the front of the, see, that's another thing. I did all these, all the way down the front. You can't see it because all the way down the front there, I ran the lights. Anyway, so I've done all this, and that's my fish cleaning station. And what else? Oh, the other thing is, see that fence over there on that side? So on this side, this neighbor put a fence in. So I got rid of my wood fence on that side. And then this neighbor here asked me, would I go in half to put a fence there? So I did, and it cost me like $1,200. And they put that fence in. Also, I painted this. This little thing was messed up. And then I paid $1,200 for a fence on this side. So he put this fence in, and then I just have to do the front section. I also I painted this ceiling. My gosh, I've done so much, it's ridiculous. The amount of stuff I've done is ridiculous. So I took all these lights down, painted the ceiling. I added a fan right here. So this fan was not here. There was one fan in the middle. I had put a fan right here in the middle, right? Let me get you to go up here and see it. So I put a fan right there, and I took that fan out and moved it over there. So that fan is now over there. And the reason why is because I wanted 2 fans in here. So I wanted 2 fans in this area. So now I've got a fan there and a fan over here. And I added a light in the middle here because there was no light in the center. So now when I turn it on, I've got 4 of these little lights around the outside and 2 fans. So now I have two fans in this area. So I have, what didn't make sense is the fan in the middle, because you can't sit really in the middle right there, because it's not wide enough with the post. So the better place for a table's right there. So these chairs here I bought, but I'm just gonna, they go out, they go right here, but I just had them up under here because it was raining the other day. There's my pressure washer. Anyway, so I'm gonna get a table and chairs for here, and that's where that goes. Then I'm gonna get rid of this refrigerator because I can't stand this big old refrigerator. I mean, that's the one that came in the house, but the neighbor gave me a new refrigerator, or newer refrigerator I've been using. So that one there is just a spare refrigerator and it's plugged in. But anyway, so I did that. I mean, I've done literally everything. I'm constantly going and doing stuff, and my health is really good. So I'm exercising and doing yard work. I'm constantly out here doing yard work. I added hose things to both sides of the house. I pressure washed the whole driveway and the sidewalk. I trimmed all the hedges. I cut all the weeds. I used fertilizer stuff and went around and fertilized the yard. I put bug stuff and got rid of the bugs in the yard. I mean, I've been staying very, very, very busy doing all this stuff. And I get up at nighttime, I come home from work pretty late, like 1 o'clock in the morning. I go right to sleep and I get up at like 7:30, 7 o'clock every day. And I just start doing stuff. I don't waste my time. I get up and I do things. I don't waste time just hanging out, watching, playing video games and I'm busy. I stay busy now. And I don't know if it's because I was in the hospital and because I got real sick and I thought, well, I've got a new lease on life or what. I don't know what the reason is, but that's what I did. Anyway, I'm just giving you guys a heads up on new stuff that's been going on. Oh, I got new fishing rods too. I want to talk about my fishing rods real quick. All right, so I'm gonna set you right here. I'm gonna show you my fishing rods. So I got this one. I'm gonna practice with this one. Okay, hold on. So I got this one. This is a KastKing Centron Light. It was on sale, a bait caster. I got this, and it's like a 7-foot, but it's a 2-piece. It's a cheap rod. This is a cheapo rod. I just got this because it was cheap, honestly. I honestly got this because it was cheap. It was white, it's pretty, foam knobs and stuff, whatever. It was cheap. It was a cheap rod. It was cool. It's a good rod, but I mean, it's something, right? And then, hold on. And then my other one, let me show you my other one. So this one wasn't as cheap. This is my other rod and reel. So this one here, this is my Ugly Stik Carbon Inshore. This is a new rod that they just came out with. So I have the Ugly Stik Carbon rod over there, my red rod that I really like. I was surprised that it was an Ugly Stik and that I liked it. So that was one. And then I liked it so much, I saw that they had come out with an Inshore carbon rod. The same thing, carbon, but inshore for like, heavier duty for fishing for, saltwater stuff. So I thought, well, let me get that and see. It was only like $100 or something for the rod, I guess for an Ugly Stik. Anyway, but then I got this reel. This is the KastKing Elite Capstan, the Capstan Elite 3000 series with the big knob. It's got the big knob on it. It's a sealed saltwater reel. It's for saltwater, and it's IPX6 waterproof reel. It's a badass reel. It's awesome. I love it. It works great. I've got several of the Sharky reels, and here's the thing. I got those cheap. I thought, well, let me try one of these Sharky 2s. They said they're waterproof. I had Abu Garcia and a Daiwa reel and a couple other reels that when I moved down here to Florida and started fishing saltwater, they got ruined. Like instantly, like the first time I took them out, they got the saltwater coming down the line, got in the reel and ruined them. Literally, you couldn't crank them. They wouldn't work. So I thought, man, I got to get some saltwater gear because this freshwater gear that I used up in Georgia does not work here. So this one's balanced very well, as you can see. Anyway, this freshwater gear doesn't work here. So I looked and they had the Sharky, the Cascade Sharky was cheap. It was like 40 bucks or 50 bucks. And it was the Sharky 3 or something like that. And I looked up reviews and somebody said, oh, it's fantastic for saltwater and it doesn't, you know, it just keeps working. So I bought one of them and I used it for a whole year. And the next year when I took it back out, it was still worked perfect. So it did not lock up. It works perfect. And I'm still using it. I got a couple of them and I still use them. So one of them is I even got a bait feeder, which if you don't know what that is, which I didn't know what that was, a bait feeder has a little lever on the back of it that you can flip and it will click and it like makes the drag extremely loose. So it's for bait. Like if you're fishing for live bait, you cast out and then you flip the little lever and you cast out, you reel it in, then you flip the lever. And if a fish picks it up and starts going with it, it'll start going tick, 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 tick. It'll start ticking and taking off. You can pick it up and just turn the handle and it'll click off of the bait feeder and start going back to the regular drag. It's a pretty cool idea. I don't fish with natural bait very often, so it's basically that's why I got the other one, because I don't really use it. I mean, if I decide to use it, I've got it, but I don't for now. So anyway, that's the new stuff. And of course, my motorcycle, you know, I still go for rides on my motorcycle. Anyway, I'm going to get something for lunch. And I appreciate you guys being there for me. I appreciate everybody's comments when I did get sick. And I appreciate everything that you guys are doing out here. And thanks for watching. And I'll holler at you later. See ya.